if you leave your garden soil bare over the winter, you're going to lose a lot of nutrients and you're going to invite a lot of weed seeds in. So today I'm going to show you the cover crop mix that I'm using, and I've got several different things here and we'll go over them all. And this is, I'm doing it on the cheap too. So this is low cost garden cover, or a cover crop for your garden. And the reason I want to do this is, one, it's called a green fertilizer or green manure. So in the spring I'll turn this over and it's supposed to add nutrients. Some of the varieties I've chosen will help loosen compact soil, and some of the other components I got will actually add nitrogen to your soil. So let's go over what I want to use and why I'm using it and about how much it costs. So I actually wanted a product called Winter Magic, and it's a cereal rye, and I just went like yesterday to try to buy it and they didn't have it. They were sold out for the year. I called a different place and it was very expensive there. It's like $25 for 50 pounds. I didn't want to pay that, so I kind of got myself in a quandary or whatever you call it, or a predicament. And so I got to thinking about it. So that was a cereal rye. So what can I just use? Wheat. So I got wheat. I got some winter wheat here. I got 2 bags, 50 pounds. And we'll see how far it goes. This is the first time I've really used all this stuff, so we're going to learn together. But $10 a bag for 50 pounds. It's got a 90% germination rate. The other thing I bought was, and I'm going to overseed some of my pasture, I got a grass rye, which is different from a cereal rye. Cereal rye is like a grain. This is like a grass. So I got some of it called Freya, and I really wanted Marshall. They sold out of Marshall. So I'm going to use some of this on the overseer in the pasture behind us. Overseed in the pasture behind us, and I'm going to, if I have enough left, I'm going to overseed my hay field. So I'm going to use some of the wheat in one part, some of the rye in this part, and then the overseeding I'm going to use the rye. And I have some clover, crimson clover. I actually bought this. This is a 3-pound bag. It's normally $16. I bought this back in the spring or late last winter for $3 a bag. So I got 3 bags of it. I'm gonna mix it with my grass rye to add nitrogen to this field. This field behind us, I've worked my chickens behind us all summer, so it's got a lot of nitrogen in it already. And I've run my sheep through here and took care of a lot of the briars and weeds. And hopefully this will add a little more nitrogen to it. So anyway, all right, so let's get started on this. And I've got a new piece of equipment here we're going to hook up. I got this fertilizer spreader. I bought it, I don't know, back in the spring. I had a bunch of gift cards and I used it on this, so I really haven't got a lot of money in it. And also it was damaged, so I got $100 off of it. And this is, I don't know, I think that's 500 pounds it'll hold. Might be 50, it's sure it's not 50 bushels. I don't know what that 500 means. But, so we're gonna turn this over, hook it up to our tractor. I've got my grease gun, I'm gonna grease the fittings. And we'll see how it goes. I got the manual for it. We'll look at it in just a second. First thing to do, let's see if we can get hooked up. Last little segment yesterday about the adjustment or settings on this seeder, and it comes with a chart. It's got one for seeds and one for fertilizer. Of course, we're doing seeds yesterday. So what I did, like, it's got wheat, it's got the width, and it's got per acre pounds on the setting. So I set it on 2, and I looked at my manual, and it said at 2100 RPMs in the middle range, you're going about 9-something miles an hour. So I looked here at the 10, and I would spread 26 pounds per acre at that speed. So that's kind of based what I went on. And on the back there's a little, and on the back here there's levers with numbers, and that's how you set the opening and the feed rate. I've got it wide open now just because it's sitting outside. But anyway, that's what I did. I mainly did it on 2.5. I did the one up there where we were, you'll see I did it on 3.5. Probably after this where I'm going to insert this, but anyway, it didn't work as good, so I went back to 2.5. So 2.5 worked real good. So just check your manual and you can figure it all out. So I took about half, and that's about what I wanted. They said about 25 pounds per acre. And looking here, I'll go through here. Let's go through and look and see if we see any on the ground. This looks good here. Yeah, I see a lot of seed on the ground, so that's good. So let's go over and do the corn, and then or where the old corn was, and right here you can see it really good. Over and get that, and we'll put another bag in and get that up there at where the watermelons and stuff are. And of course we got a training. Never fails, does it? I opened it up a little more. I went to about 2.5 on this side. Seemed to throw a little better, so I'm gonna go get the other bag and put in there. We'll get that little area up there, and then we'll go over and hit the other garden, and then we'll do some overseeding. So we'll show you that mix. All right, I'm gonna go get the other bag of wheat. Oh man, I just filmed all this and I forgot to push the record. Dadgummit. Alright, so I came up a little bit short over here. This is our main side, so I really just like about a pass. So I did it too heavy up there. I set it on 3.5, it should be on 2.5. I set this back to 2.5 and it did really well. So 2.5 on wheat. Now let's go get the rye and the clover, and we'll do this field right behind us. So I'm just going to turn the camera around when we get ready, and hopefully I'll push record. And I got 2 bags of it, and I've got 2 bags of the rye, and I got 3 bags of well, you know what, I got a couple little bags and I can finish that out, so we'll be good. I got a couple bags of it's a wheat clover combination, and I'll get that. Talking about just maybe one pass on that far side right over here, so I'll show you that in just a second. All right, so let's go get the rye, try to get this field. Hopefully I got 2 bags, hopefully I can get the other field too, because I kind of want to see what it does. 50 pounds. This is 3 pounds of crimson clover. And here's the stuff I was talking about. 3 pounds. It's called a garden blanket. I got this for $2. And it's got wheat, variety not stated, just like I planted over there or behind us, and Dixie crimson clover. So I got 2 bags of this, so I'll just spread it by hand down that last row. So I'm gonna do this first. And it's pretty down in there. Look at that. It's beautiful grass seed. There's the clover. The clover's round. And the grass seed, of course, you know what grass seed is. Now, according to my chart, this will only throw ryegrass 5 yards. But let me double check that. Spreading chart for rye. I don't know, it'll do rye grass will do 6 yards spreading width. So that's 18 feet roughly. So it's gonna be quite a few passes. So let's try it and see, and try to get this done this morning, because as you can tell, it's gloomy out here, and supposed to get some big rain tonight. So that'll work it in and give it a good chance to grow, and also water the garlic we planted the other day. All right, I'm gonna turn this camera around and see if I can get started, and hopefully I'm just gonna leave it recording. got this whole thing here, and it says about 25 pounds per acre. So I used about half of it, so that would be about right. So, and it did throw probably about throw about 10 feet on each side. So I like it. All right, I'm gonna load up some more, and as a matter of fact, I went through and got that other half of that garden. I put rye down there, so I ain't gotta go back over that. And now I'm thinking about it, I might need to go back that first one we did, throw it a little heavier. By the way, this bag of rye was $35. That's for 50 pounds. The Winter Magic it was $16. And like I said, I really wanted to put it back here, but we'll see how it does. Good lesson to go ahead and buy it when it's available. At the other place, my other place, it was $25 for 50 pounds, and I thought, well, I'm not driving all the way down to the other side of the county to save 10 bucks. I'll just use this $35 premium stuff. All right, I'm gonna load back up. I'm gonna go over and get the hay field and do it, and then I might go back over and hit that one more time if I got any left over. I might even just mix all this stuff in. Ain't no sense saving it. Yeah, let's just throw it all in. Done. I've got everything I wanted to do seeded. I got this seeded. I got that my hay pasture way over there seeded. I got all my gardens seeded, and I actually went over this 3 times. I went over the hay field 3 times. I went back over that first field I did, and then I went back over this field. So the rye seems to go a lot farther than the wheat. I don't know if it's a finer seed or what the deal is, but the wheat didn't seem to go as far to me. As a matter of fact, I opened it up a higher feed rate to do this over here, just so I use it all up, and it seemed to do all right. I went over and looked and scouted, and I mean, there's seed everywhere. Back here behind us, seed in the gardens. Matter of fact, I came back and did half of this garden with the rye. I redid that whole first garden with rye. So I think in the future I'm just gonna go rye. If I go with a cereal rye, there's a difference between a cereal rye and a grass rye. A cereal rye it's kind of like wheat, you know, it'll come up with a head, and it's not good for hay. I guess they could eat it, forage it or something, but it's mainly for us, in our application, it's really good for cover crop, and it's supposed to go down and break the soil, compaction up on the soil. So, all right, that's it. I've got to get out of here because I need to go wash, change my clothes out. I'm really allergic to grass seed for some reason, and I feel like it's coming on. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. I've got 2.5 acres of hay sown. I got 1 acre behind us, and I don't know if I'm gonna sow this or graze it. And I got all from here all the way up to the property line in cover crop. So I'm pretty happy right now. So hopefully we'll get a little rain tonight, and it's supposed to come in about 3 or 4 o'clock this evening, and work all this in and get going. And it's hot as blue blazes. I got a long sleeve shirt on. I wish I had on a t-shirt. All right, t-shirt and shorts. The weather today, it feels like it's about 75, 80 degrees. All right, so I've got my mess cleaned up. I'm gonna go throw it away. I appreciate you watching. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. It's Post Up Farmer. We'll see you down here in the farm next video.